Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant good afternoon, and we welcome you here to Seneca, Missouri as we get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. It is the Seneca Indians coming in at 11-4, 2-1 in Big 8 play, hosting the Lamar Tigers 5-5 overall, 1-3 in Big 8 play. I'm Ben Wolcott, joined by Coach Darryl Harbaugh. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Darryl, this Seneca team is coming off of a 2-1 loss to Mount Vernon, a game that they led 1-0 until there was 2 outs in the 7th inning. Probably should have seen a 9th inning in that game, but unfortunately there was a dropped third strike, wild pitch with 2 outs in the 8th. That guy was able to get on and then stole second, and then a 2-2 count on the number 7 hitter is able to hit a single up the middle to win them. And, you know, Seneca may have had a little bit of wiggle room if they wanted to win the Big 8, but that wiggle room is now gone.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and you know it's one they let get away. And what did they see? They left 9 on base.
Yep.
I mean, they couldn't get the hit at the right time. They only scored 1 run. They let him get away. They let it get away, and they know it. And as a coach, you know it happens. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel, and Seneca, you know, I will say, you know, give them credit. They were hitting the ball. It was just, unfortunately, to where the Mount Vernon players were.
Yeah, it gets that way. I mean, it's tough, but, you know, that's
baseball.
That's baseball. You never know. It happens. You know, you even watch the pros. You think they're professionals, supposed to be the best in the world, and they make the stupidest mistakes sometimes. And, you know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, Seneca has the luxury of having, you know, Nevada is a very good team and is going to be vying for that Big 8 title. They have the luxury of a head-to-head win over them. But like we said, that little bit of wiggle room is now gone. You face Lamar here today, and then a big one on Thursday against Monette. Not only is that Big 8 big, but it's also district big because Seneca is 11-4, Monette's 11-5. However, Monette faces Nevada here this afternoon.
Well, all you can do is try to take care of your business out here every day. Try to do your best every day, and that's all they can do. And that's what they're going to do. That's what they're trying to do tonight. You know, against Lamar. Hey, let's beat Lamar. Let's concentrate on today, and we'll let the rest of the stuff, rest of it will work out if you take care of business. They had a chance at Mount Vernon. They let it slip. The other teams are going to do the same thing. They're going to have those games, too, that let it slip.
Monette lost to Cassville on Thursday 4-2. So that's one of those slip-ups that beginning of the year, you don't expect that. However, you know, I was looking at some of the standings last week. You know, Monette lost to Cassville 4-2. However, they went 11 innings with Aurora on Tuesday. They beat Aurora. But if you go 11 innings, your pitching is going to be stretched for Thursday. So that may be part of that.
The pitch counts gets to you. The innings you throw. It's not innings throw anymore. It's
number of pitches. Yeah.
Number of pitches, and they keep track of that. And that's the reason. I mean, you've got to have some decent kids behind you. You got coming up behind you, and they do. And that's one of Seneca's attributes is they have some good pitching. Their pitching will keep them in a game. They've got to be able to score runs. They got to be able to get that timely hit at the right time. And I know, talked to Coach earlier. He was a little frustrated just because they're not getting the hits. They're leaving too many people in scoring position. It happens.
That's baseball.
That's baseball.
Go ahead and take a timeout. Come back. Start to preview the matchup after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
Loud noise! What you want, do?
We were dispatched out here to the old 1400 block. Got some suspicious activity back in the alleyway. 1023, we've got 2 suspects moving a lot of boxes back here in the alley. We're going to approach and find out what's going on here. You two, let me see some ID.
Hey, we're the Office Concept guys. We're selling and moving copiers as fast as we can go.
104 HQ, this is just a copier company with a lot of sales going on.
Copy that.
WG Marketplace isn't your average thrift store. Think boutique vibes with a mission. Every dollar you spend helps those struggling with homelessness through Watered Gardens Ministries. WG Marketplace. Shop with purpose. Give with impact.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe for storm shelters. Fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Anyone who has played golf knows how hard it is. Being on the golf course is supposed to be enjoyable, but it's difficult to have joy while dealing with bad shots and bunkers. As followers of Jesus, we face a similar struggle to have joy when we deal with the difficulties of life. Instead of enjoying God's presence during trials, we can easily lose sight of delighting in Him when life's bogeys happen. However, once we start to lose our joy and excitement for the Lord, we must shift our mindset and remember that our satisfaction and enjoyment are found in Him. Psalm 16:11 reminds us, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Today, let's find our joy in the Lord's presence. And even when life is hard, we can enjoy being on the tough course, knowing He is with us. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Lamar. Daryl, you look at the Seneca schedule, and you're getting into the meat of Big 8 play. Lamar today at Monette on Thursday. Have a doubleheader here on Saturday. But even next week, you got 2 Big 8 games, East Newton home at Aurora, Lebanon, Cassville, and, we're creeping up. It's, about a month left here in the regular season, and the very important games are coming up here because not only are they Big 8 games, but they're district games.
Well, in basketball, we all talk about January lasts forever, but when you get to February, everything goes quick. When you get to the last part of April, and next thing you know, it's May in district. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it goes by quick. And you've got to get – I'll guarantee you Coach is already looking at the lineup, where he wants everybody, trying to get everything set for district play because it'll come a lot quicker than you think.
Yeah, districts are supposed to start around Saturday, May 16th, and go through the 19th, which if that were true, obviously they can kind of – finagle things around a little bit,
sure.
But that would be Saturday, Monday, Tuesday of that week. And if you're any of the top 3, you don't have to worry because there's only 5 teams in that district. The 1 seed has the big advantage because the 4-5 seed is probably going to throw their number one to try and get to the semifinals.
Right. Absolutely,
but
yeah.
even if you finish second or third, you can still set your lineup because you have that bye to the semifinals.
You know, you got to get there first. And it's like, we talk about it one game at a time. One game at a time. You're looking at one game at a time. But it will come along. It will come quick. And if you're the 1 seed, yeah, you do get a little advantage playing that 4 and 5. Because they're throwing their best players just to try to get to the next game. There's no need holding anybody back. That's just the way it is. That's the way baseball lines up, especially with all the pitch count rules.
It's kind of interesting here, Daryl. Lamar hasn't played nearly as many games as Seneca, 5-5, 1-3. And they played a football game against Nevada last Thursday. They lost to them 20-10.
Well, here, Nate, we talked to the Nevada announcer. We talked to Nevada. They've got a good pitcher. But that's just about it. I mean, they're struggling in their pitching right now just a little bit. So, their best pitcher didn't throw.
He probably pitched Tuesday.
Yeah, and Lamar's best pitcher probably didn't throw. So, that's the way it is sometimes. And that's why Seneca, you're going to stay in the game because they've got 3 pretty good pitchers.
And I want to, we haven't seen a ton of Silas Ball. I think we've seen him throw an inning, but, he's nothing to sneeze at either as your number 4 pitcher. And then you get some of those, quote-unquote unproven guys. But at this point, I think they're pretty well proven that, hey, if we need a 4th or 5th pitcher, this is who we're going to.
Yeah,
I should say 5th or 6th because Silas Ball is going to be your 4th pitcher.
I guarantee you. I talked to Coach earlier about Silas. I said, just the circumstances going around in my life and my family right now, I haven't been to all the games. I haven't been to see Silas pitch, but he said he's doing good. He said as long as we got in his head, throw strikes.
Yeah, and I think it was Hollister is the time that I actually saw him, which I know you weren't here against Hollister, but he had to come in that 7th inning, and they had a big enough lead, but I think he walked a couple. Coach went out there, and it was just a conversation between him, the freshman catcher that has to come in, River Franks, when he's pitching, and the coach. And so they had a conversation, but you kind of saw it that Coach Hughes was like, hey, I don't want the whole infield in here. I just want to talk to those 2.
Well, that's pitchers. Sometimes pitchers get in their head that, hey, I got to get this guy out. No, you don't. You've got to throw strikes and make him put the ball in play. You've got guys behind you. And, that's what you should be doing. You got guys behind you. And it's like, hit the baseball. If you can hit the baseball, hit the baseball. Don't walk them. Don't put them on base. Make them earn it. And if you do that, you can be successful.
Look at this matchup by the numbers here. Seneca 8-1 at home. Lamar actually has a better away record than home record. They're 2-1 on the road. Seneca averages 6.6 runs a game while giving up 3.1. Lamar averages 8.3 while giving up 6.1. So it could be a high-scoring game here this afternoon. Daryl, it's kind of interesting. There was 3 straight away games last year and the year before in this matchup just because Seneca, you and I were there when they lost 4-1. But then to get an extra game in before districts, Seneca went back and won 10-3. So they lost the Big 8 game, but then they went back and beat them in a non-conference game.
It's amazing sometimes what happens. That's just the way it is. It's baseball, but you never know. But just to get another game in, just to get, you don't want the kids sitting around doing nothing, and because the kids, what would they rather play? What would they rather do? Oh, let's have a game or let's go practice.
Yeah.
They want a game. They'd rather go play the game.
Yeah. Your starting lineups here this afternoon, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Leading off for the Lamar Tigers is Braden Wolf out in center field. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 13, Brody Gardner. Batting third and playing right field, number 2, Corbin Steinkamp. Cleanup hitter is their pitcher, number 6, Trent Torbeck. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 18, Clayton Powell. Batting sixth and doing the catching, number 14, Toby Ansley. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 15, Brady Geyer. Batting 8th and playing left field, number 7, Troy Onstott. And batting 9th and playing first base, number 16, Aiden. I am drawing 16.
16, I'm sorry.
Keithley. I couldn't read my own handwriting.
I can't help you there, Ben.
Keithley. And now the starting lineups for the Seneca Indians. They come in at 11-4 and 2-1 in Big 8 play. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the catching, number 2, Silas Ball. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, number 19, Asher Prater. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 17, Ian Heffron. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 23, Remington Albrecht. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 12, Bretton Crow. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 3, Jackson Yoakum. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 1, Ryder Owens. We'll go ahead, take a timeout, come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In basketball, running an isolation offense requires balance. While isolating a certain player can be beneficial at times, it often leads to negative results if used too much. In our own lives, we also need to balance when it comes to isolation. On one end, it can be very negative for us if we're always alone and don't interact in meaningful ways with others. The Bible says whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire, he breaks out against all sound judgment. On the other hand, there is great value in seeking the Lord in solitude as it prepares us to be involved with others. Jesus led by example in demonstrating the rhythm of isolation and going out and ministering to others. He would regularly go out by himself to pray and then would return to be with his disciples. Today, let's be challenged to spend time in isolation while also finding opportunities to surround ourselves with others to do life with. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors were People's Bank of Seneca and Paredes Pharmacy. Starting lineups were sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Darrell. Kind of interesting. Last week was a light week for Seneca. They had, well, I say light week, but they had 3 games Monday, Tuesday, Thursday last week. Drew Sherwood drew the start last Thursday, and he's back in there again here this afternoon against Lamar.
But, you know, like I said, I'll guarantee you Coach is already eyeballing of who, what, when, where, and how to set up the district. And
well, not only that, I think you're lining up for Big 8 play as well, which is why Drew gets the start here today, and Jagger's penciled in to start on Thursday against Monette because Monette, I don't want to say this game isn't important because it's important.
Big 8
but Monette is this is important, but Monette is kind of doubly important.
Yeah, it's a conference and the district. So, yeah, that's and it is. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what Drew does or with what Jagger does. They both do a great job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to, on the double side, you know, it's like lined up next week. And I don't, you know, they've got, I don't know who's coming up next week. I can't remember right off the bat.
I know East Newton and Aurora Tuesday, Thursday, and Lebanon on Friday.
I'll guarantee you he's looking probably at Drew Tuesday and Jagger Thursday. And you know, and then.
Well, again, like you said, at Aurora, it's doubly important. As first pitch here, Darrell, 4:31 first pitch, and it hits the inside corner for a strike. Once again, Darrell, it's a beautiful day for baseball in 4 states area. The sun was out earlier. The clouds have kind of come over. It's 73 degrees, mostly cloudy. That one swung on and missed, and the count quickly 0-2.
Well, yeah, you can't get much better days than this play. It's been a good spring for baseball. That it has. It's been a little warmer, been windier, but that's springtime.
Yeah, the wind is gusting out of the south as that pitch is high and outside. And so if you can get one in the jet stream, we kind of saw it last Monday. Jagger hit a triple that any other ballpark probably would have been out. As that 1-2, he fouls off, and so he keeps himself alive, does Braden Wolf.
Well, the outfielders, I guarantee they've had a lot of practice this year catching baseballs in the wind. So they should be used to it by now, but it's always tricky when you first get out there. It's like, you know the baseball's hit, but how much do you allow for the wind and the strength? And they get used to it pretty quick.
So that 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. Counts 2-2. Lamar, the gray pants, black tops, red trim and numbers. Seneca, the all whites, white pants, white tops, blue trim, and red numbers in the front and blue numbers in the back.
I'll tell you what really hurts is these high pop-ups on the infield.
2-2 is fouled back to the screen, and Wolf doing a good job battling here.
Trying to put a bat on the ball. I mean, Drew's throwing strikes. What was it, 2-2?
Yep. And he's fouled off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's hanging in there. Drew's got to find a way to make him hit the ball.
Comes another 2-2, and that's swung on and missed. I think he went with the changeup there. For out number 1 is Brody Gardner will come to the plate. Gardner, Steinkamp are 2 and 3. Trent Torbeck, Powell, and Ansley are the next 3 after those 2, and the final 3 are Geyer, Onstott, and Keithley.
You got to, let's say, throw strikes, and if you got, if they hit it, play defense behind them.
That pitch is fouled out of play, and the count's 1-0, and Daryl, it's not the first day that we've seen hats go flying. I can't remember who they played where it was windy and, the other team's pitcher couldn't keep his hat on.
It is. I don't think it's quite as windy as that day, but there is a good, 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing out of the south, gust up to 20, 25 maybe.
So that pitch is outside, and the count's 1-1.
Oh, we've been here with nothing but leaves sitting on these screens here.
It was the 1-1 in the dirt, and the count's 2-1. And Daryl, it was kind of interesting in that contest at Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, we were talking off air, it's one of the remaining fields that is all grass and dirt. As here comes the 2-1, and it's in there for a strike, and the count's 2-2, but you got a dirt infield and natural grass everywhere else.
That's the way it used to be. But, a lot of times they have natural grass on the infield as well.
Outfield.
No, on the infield.
Okay.
Usually if it's all grass.
Yeah.
It's like this right here,
right,
except for grass.
Yeah, I got you. 3-2 the count here on Gardner. And he's nubs that one to Owens at second, throws to first, and that's the second out as Corbin Steinkamp will come to the plate. But there was a high chopper. It got by Sherwood. Normally on turf, Wilson can come in charge and throw him out. That one, he had to charge, and he couldn't grab it, and he may not have had to play at first anyways.
It's a different bounce if it's a different spin, too, as well.
So that first one is swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Try and get you what Seneca looks like here in the next couple of pitches if Drew doesn't strike him out in 2 more pitches. As here comes the 0-1. That's outside, and the count's 1-1. You got Jackson Yoakum in left, Ian Heffron in center, and Remington Albrecht in right, and they are playing him to pull because Heffron in center is about 10 steps to the right of the second, his left or right of the second base bag.
He's over there pretty far. You better throw it on the inside part of the plate.
So that one's foul tipped into the mitt, and the count's 1-2. You have, I believe that's Blake McKinney at third, Jagger Wilson at short, Ryder Owens at second, and Bretton Crow at first, with Silas Ball catching Drew Sherwood. As that ball is lined right to Ryder Owens, who has 2 putouts in the inning. For Lamar here in the first. Nothing doing. Half inning in the books. It's Lamar, nothing, and Seneca coming up.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
And we welcome you back as Jagger Wilson will lead things off here for Seneca. Wilson, Sherwood, Ball, the three scheduled hitters. Anybody Reacher, Asher, Prater would come to the plate. So here comes the first pitch to Wilson. That's inside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Prater, your number 4 hitter. Heffern, number 5. Albrecht, number 6. Crow, Yoakum, and Owens round things out for Seneca. Working here against Trent Torbeck this afternoon is trying to bust Jagger Wilson inside, and he's missed both times, and the count's 2-0.
That center fielder playing just a shade in, to the right, toward the right field side. So plenty of room out left center.
That ball hit down that right field line, foul. I should say first base line foul, not right field line.
Well, both.
Counts 2-1. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prelude Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast as they are waiting for, because that is nestled right up against the foul pole that they got to wait for the Lamar player to get it. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals, Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2-1 the count here on Wilson. That 2-1 is swung on and missed, and the count's 2-2 as Torbeck has worked it from 2-0 to 2-2.
I said that's the first time they threw it on the outside part of the plate for Jagger. He likes to go the opposite field. Now the center fielder's kind of moved. Well, he's still shading right field just a little.
Yeah, by about a step or two. 2-2. That ball is lifted in the air to left center field. It is deep. It is over the left fielder's head, and it's going to bounce up against the wall, and Wilson is going to be in there with a long double.
Right down into left center field.
There's a deal. You start playing left-hander. You start playing Jagger over on the right field side. He will go opposite field, and he's very good at going opposite field.
Drew Sherwood now up here for Seneca. Nobody out, and Darrell once again. Seneca's got a runner in scoring position now.
And no outs.
Yeah. This was the bugaboo for them on Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Last Thursday against Mount Vernon.
Well, like I said, trying to get to. I think the catcher went in there and changed helmets.
Oh, okay.
He couldn't get hit that one helmet. It didn't have it adjusted right or something, so he's grabbed another one. But, I know Drew's up, but I got a feeling he's not going to bunt.
No,
I would not take the bat out of Drew's hands. Third baseman doesn't even think he's going to bunt. He's playing way back.
First baseman is creeping in a little bit as that first pitch is outside, and the count's 1-0.
Well, that's one right there. I mean, Drew, good. I was talking to Coach earlier. He said he's struggling a little bit. He's wanting to pull everything, and instead of going opposite field, he used to be a very good opposite field hitter.
Yeah. 1-0 the count here. Wilson not a huge lead at second. It's the 1-0 is inside, and the count's 2-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Coretta College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast.
Looked like that pitch must have been low, too.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked low more than anything else, as that 2-0 is low, and the count's 3-0. It looked like it hit the inside corner, so I think it had to be low, if anything.
Well, it had to be the same thing there, too.
3-0 the count here on Sherwood, and He's probably one of two players that has a 3-0 green light, but he's taken the entire way, and the count's 3-1.
Yeah, I guarantee if he liked it, he would have been swinging at it. Yeah, there's no way I would say, no, Drew, you can't swing.
I say that one of two. I think Jagger Wilson, the one at second base, might be the only other one that has a green light 3-0. Wilson kind of dancing around there at second. They're going to throw back behind, and that was a nice save by the shortstop there in Brody Gardner.
I think they were kind of confused on Lamar was on the second baseman or the shortstop covering the bag, because when he turned and threw, they both ran. They weren't near the bag.
3-1 is fouled back to the screen, and Torbeck has worked at full. Trying to get you what Lamar looks like here. Troy Onstadt in left. In center is Braden Wolf, and in right is Corbin Steinkamp. Left to right in the infield, Brady Geyer at third, Brody Gardner at short, Clayton Powell at third, and at first base is Aiden Keithley. 3-2 breaking ball, gets a piece and keeps himself alive. And the battery is Toby Ansley catching Trent Torbeck here this afternoon.
He probably swung at ball 4, Ben, but you have to swing at those close ones. You have to. Do not let the umpire make the call. If it's close, foul it off. Get a piece of it. Just stick the bat on it. Foul it off.
Comes another 3-2 offering, and he's able to get a piece of that one as tried to play a little bit of mind games with him where they threw outside and then threw back inside.
Well, the more you see it, the more you foul it off. The more you see it, the more better off you have on the pitcher's timing. And like you said, you just get to see it more and more.
So here comes another 3-2 offering. Breaking ball. That one is hit high in the air. Center fielder comes charging in, and he is able to snag it out there in short center field. You said it may be trouble, and it almost looked like he overran it. Silas Ball will come up for Seneca.
I guarantee when he hit the brakes, he thought he overran it because he hit the brakes off hard and then actually went back a step or two, but came up with it. It's just, like I said, the fly balls out in the outfield are not that bad, especially with the wind. They're used to it by now. The high fly balls in the infield are just they're more trouble.
Or like that one just past the infield.
Yes.
So here comes the first pitch to ball. Breaking ball hits the inside corner, and the count's 0-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, and Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast.
Don't be surprised against Silas. He's been doing a good job this year at the plate, too, as well. Quality at bats. Let's put the bat on the ball, put the ball in play. Jagger's trying to mess him around out there on the mound.
0-1. That pitch is lofted in the air in the infield. Shortstop is going to call for it, and Gardner snags it for out number 2 as Asher Prater comes to the plate. Prater has been pretty successful here the last couple days. He's been one of the ones hitting the ball a little bit more. He finished 1 for 4 on the day against Mount Vernon, but he put the ball in the air 3 of the 4 times, and one of them was a deep fly ball to center field. He had 2 flyouts to center and a flyout to left. So that pitch is behind him, and the count's 1-0.
I thought it was going to hit his bat behind him. But, yeah, actually, just the first 2 times, you put the ball in play, put the ball on the ground. You got a guy on second base, you put the ball on the ground, he's at third.
As here comes the 1-0, and it hits him. And that's unfortunate because guess who has to go back to second?
Because he had third base stole easy.
They're going to hit Asher Prater as Ian Heffron comes to the plate. Ian hit one in his first plate appearance just inside the first base bag and bounded down the right field line fair against Mount Vernon. And that was Seneca's first hit of the game against Mount Vernon. And, I mean, it was just barely fair. It was kind of a weird cue shot. As here comes the first pitch, and it gets by. And stealing third on the play was Jagger Wilson anyway, so I think you have to give him a stolen base.
Yeah.
But a wild pitch allows Prater to get to second because Wilson was going regardless of what happened with that pitch. Prater wasn't.
And Wilson would have been there.
Yeah, so that's why I gave him a stolen base, but A wild pitch to Prater. 1-0 the count on Heffron. Swings and misses, and the count's 1-1. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position here for Seneca. Base hit would give them a 1-0 lead. Have to hit it deep enough to allow Prater to get in from second. So that pitch is outside, and the count is 2-1. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Yoshio Area Chamber of Commerce, Hall Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, and Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast.
Still looking for a timely hit, Ben.
Here comes the 2-1, and that hits the outside corner, and the count's 2-2. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. About the only more 2s you could get is if there was a number 2 up.
Well, if we get a base hit, maybe we'll get 2.
Comes the 2-2, and he's able to get a piece of it and keep himself alive as it's fouled off.
And once again, Ben, underneath it. Not foul on top of it. Get on top of the baseball.
2-2, the count remains here on Heffron. So here comes the 2-2 offering. That is yanked to the backstop. Wilson going to come in and try and score anyways, and he is in safely. That backstop, Daryl, sometimes works to your advantage, and sometimes not to your advantage either. That one worked to your advantage.
Well, I think the catcher got a piece of it, and it barely got by him, and it just rolled back to the backstop. If he doesn't touch it at all, that thing comes right back to him.
I mean, Wilson was off anyway, so I think there would have been a closer play at the plate as here comes a 3-2, and he gets a piece and keeps himself alive again. That may have been ball 4, but you don't want to have the umpire make that decision for you.
Yeah, no. There's no problem that as a coach. There's no problem with that. I always like them to be aggressive. Swing the bat.
So here comes another 3-2 offering from Torbeck. That's high for ball 4. So Heffron works himself on. We'll see if he tries to get himself in scoring position for Remington Albrecht.
That he might be. I missed the signal and missed the sign, so I don't know, Ben. But it wouldn't surprise me if you say, hey, Ian, get your little old skinny rump down to second.
He's got a healthy lead over at first base.
Yep.
As here comes the first pitch. Staying put and pitch inside. Counts 1-0. He had a very big secondary lead over there, too. Maybe trying to see if he can get himself picked off to allow Prater to score.
I don't think so, Ben. I don't think Prater's kind of quick enough.
So here comes the 1-0, and that's swung on and missed. Looks like he missed on the changeup, and the count's 1-1. Now, it looks like Torbeck that pitch at least looked like he had a little bit of a different angle. Arm slot, I guess is the right word. So here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2.
He's kind of a
It's almost, I was going to say, it's like 3/4, it looks like.
Yeah.
Because it's not full sidearm and it's not full over the top.
No, it's not. I don't even know if it's 3/4. It's all.
That pitch is lofted in the air, foul out of play, so Albrecht will get another one.
We'll say 5/8, Ben.
Works for me.
If you guys know your fractions, at home listening, you know what we're talking about.
And if you don't, just look at his arm. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. That pitch, he's able to foul off down the first base line.
That's all right.
Got a couple of foul balls here. Like you said, Daryl, the more you see it, sometimes the better chance you have of getting a hit.
Yes. The more you see it, the better the timing you get of how fast that ball's coming in.
Heffron over there at first, Prater at third.
Got a breaking ball here.
And that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning. For Seneca, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and they strand 2. 1 in the books. Seneca up 1-0.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank and Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Trent Torbeck to lead off the inning here for Lamar. He's got a 1-1 count on him. 4-5-6 due up for the Tigers here against Sherwood. Comes the 1-1, swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Ever at the Neosho Daily News versus the Seneca Indians. Good luck. Let's go get that win. 1-2 the count here. Here comes the 1-2. That pitch is lofted in the air to right field. Albrecht is over his head, and it's going to bounce up against the fence, and that may be 3 for Torbeck, I should say. That one just kept on lifting and lifting. I don't know if that was hit harder than what Albrecht expected or if they had him playing shallower than what they thought.
I don't know, but it almost looked like he just stuck the bat out on the ball, but he got a lot of the ball. And I don't know if it fooled I don't know if it fooled Albrecht out there in right field, but it was hit hard.
Clayton Powell now swings and misses at the first one. Counts 0-1. I will say, Daryl, Sherwood gave up 10 hits against Mount Vernon, but he stranded a lot of base runners.
Right.
So the 0-1 is on the outside corner, and it counts 0-2.
You throw strikes like he's doing right here. He's 0-2. You throw strikes. You're gonna strand a lot of runners doing that, just like that right there.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As Powell strikes out, Toby Ansley will now come to the plate.
One of the best pitchers in the whole major leagues was Greg Maddox.
I was a Braves fan growing up, so I know all about Greg Maddox.
Okay, well, Greg Maddox told the manager, he said, I'm going to lead the league in 0-2 strikeouts. He said, I'm also going to lead the league in 0-2 hits. He said, he told his manager, you might as well get ready for it because 0-2 is the worst batting average for major leagues.
So here comes the 1-0. That pitch popped in the air in the infield.
Second base.
As Ryder Owens is going to come over and grab it. That one was interesting because it looked like Sherwood thought about it, and then he told Ryder Owens late, and Owens able to go. And that's the pop-up, Daryl, that you were talking about.
Yeah, he almost misjudged that because he came running in where it was going to be, where it should have been, but the wind moved it about 5 feet over, and he made that last step and a reach out and finally caught it.
Brady Geyer comes to the plate. Counts 0-1, Daryl. He gave up a leadoff triple, and all of a sudden there's 2 outs.
Yeah.
And the runner's still at third.
And what's he doing? Throwing strikes.
Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Ball in the dirt, ball able to stop it, and counts 1-1.
Good one by Silas. Just smother that down to keep that runner at third.
The 1-1 is high and outside, and the count's 2-1. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvis Ballpark tomorrow night, April 21st. So begin a 6-game, or I guess that's tonight, as they begin a 6-game series versus the Wichita Windsurge that goes through Sunday. April 26th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. As Sherwood has thrown a couple of balls and the count's 3-1.
Yeah, he's disgusted with himself because he's missed the last 2 pitches.
3-1 is knobbed foul, and the count's 3-2. See if Sherwood can get out of this inning here. Daryl, I will say I will be in Monette. We're not sure if you will, but I will be in Monette on Thursday. That will be an audio-only broadcast of what should be an excellent matchup, as the 3-2 is low for ball 4. But like we said, not only Big 8 conference standings on the line, but also probably, Seneca still has to play Aurora, but there's a very good chance the winner of that game, they will have the inside track to the number 1 seed. I'll say that. They'll have the inside track.
Yeah, I understand that, and very much so. And they know that these let's see if this guy, the guy at first base is not going anywhere.
So that first pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 1-0 as Troy Onstott comes to the plate. And Daryl, they are playing him to pull because everybody shifted before his first pitch.
If it goes down the right field line, he'll go anywhere.
And they have it picked off. And that will end the inning. And, Daryl, that is something that he is very good at, is Drew Sherwood. So that will end the inning for Lamar. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they strand 1. 1.5 in the books. It's 1-0 Seneca.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
And we welcome you back. It'll be 7, 8, 9 due up for Seneca here in the second. Crow, Yoakum, and Owens. Anybody reaches, you back to the top of the order, and Jagger Wilson. It's the first pitch from Torbeck, and that paints the outside corner, and the count's 0-1.
That little old half sidearm delivery he has, his fastball tails away from him. The spin on it tails away, tails into the right-handed batter.
Comes the 1-0, and that pitch is outside for a ball, and the count's 1-1. Springfield Cardinals return home to Hammonds Field tonight as they begin a 6-game series versus the Midland Rockhounds. Goes through Sunday, April 26th. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO as that pitch is outside and the count's 2-1. Daryl, this is kind of what we were talking about and what Coach Eust was talking about with you. You know, they had a hit by pitch and a walk, and you couldn't get either of those runs in.
Yeah,
So that 2-1 is in there for a strike, and the count's 2-2.
Well, the only run they got was a pass ball. We just can't get the hit when we got the and it's frustrating as coach. It's frustrating as Coach Hughes, too, when I was coaching with him. It's frustrating because you get the guys on base, and we can't get that hit.
So the 2-2 is dribbled down the third baseline. It's fair. A fair ball, long throw to first. What an excellent throw there by the third baseman, Brody Geyer. Got to give him all the kudos in the world on that one. It stayed just barely fair, and he was able to beat Brenton Crow by half a step.
It was lucky that ball did not hit the bag. The second hop came down right next to the bag, and it was a good job by him staying with it. I'm telling you what, the third baseman What's his name, Geyer?
Yeah.
I guarantee he's one of the pitchers because that ball, you could have hung a month worth of laundry on that one.
Jackson Yoakum now steps in for Seneca. First pitch swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com. KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO 917 Sports.
But it was a good job by Crow to put the ball in play, put the ball on the ground, they had to play something.
So the 0-1 is low and outside, and the count is 1-1. Ryder Owens on deck. If anybody can reach, Jagger Wilson could potentially have an at-bat here. And, Daryl, when I left, it was mostly sunny. The clouds have definitely overcome here. That pitch is outside and counts 2-1.
I think there's a slight chance of rain maybe this evening or early in the morning. But, I mean, the clouds are coming in, but it's still a great day to play baseball.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a threat of rain here this afternoon. It's the 2-1, swung on and missed, and the count's 2-2. Kind of jammed him a little bit there, and he was still able to get a piece of it, or not get a piece.
That's that ball that curves into you. It looks like it's going over the plate, but it curves in a half a plate to your inside, and next thing you know, you're jammed.
So here comes the 2-2, and it hits him, and that's what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Second hit by pitch, as Ryder Owens will come to the plate. Daryl, with one out and your number 9 hitter up, do you potentially try and bunt Yoakum to second?
You just thinking about that. You may thinking about
with one out here, see what happens. Third baseman isn't anticipating it, so Owens could potentially get himself a bunt base hit if he can knock it down the third.
He doesn't have a big lead out there.
So here comes the first pitch, and it's outside for a ball.
So here we go.
It's kind of interesting, Daryl. The third baseman creeped in a little bit, but he's back of the bag right now.
Yeah.
And so if you bunted, you could, if you get a soft enough bunt, you could potentially get on as he swings and misses and the count's 1-1. You could give yourself a bunt base hit. 1-1 the count here, one out. Runner at first is Jackson Yoakum. Here comes the 1-1 offering from Torbeck. That pitch is popped in the air foul. First baseman able to snag it there in foul territory, and there's 2 down. Jammed him on the hands. Jagger Wilson comes to the plate. If he can hit one to the wall again, I think Yoakum is fast enough he could score from first.
I would like to see another half step from Yoakum out there. I can't remember his first name.
Jackson.
I can't, I like to call him by the first name. You call him by the last name. I'd like to see Jackson with a hat. There you go.
Well, especially with no one.
Yeah, with nobody back there.
Yeah.
And they're not holding him on.
I was gonna say, and now they are.
Yeah, I was wondering why that.
Well, I think Torbeck was kind of like, hey, we need to keep him on.
Well, yeah.
First pitch is swung on and missed by Wilson, so the count's 0-1.
You don't want to give him just second base, especially with Jagger up. So I would still like to see. There you go. You're out there now. I like that.
0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1 from Torbeck. That ball is hammered down the right field line. Is that a home run? And it is a 2-run home run for Jagger Wilson. And that makes it 3-0 for Seneca. And, Daryl, that's one of the very few home runs you will ever see here in Seneca, because just of how deep the ballpark is.
Oh, that was hammered, Ben. Rode the wind. The ball's going to, out of a left-handed bat, the ball's going to spin to the left. On the outfield is to your right, but the ball's going to spin that way. The wind, it can ride the wind that way, and he just hammered it. Great home run. Up 3-0 now.
Drew Sherwood fouls the first pitch off, and the count's 0-1. Sherwood, 0 for 1 on the afternoon, flew out to short center field his first time up.
Well, that center fielder does not play near far to the right this time. He's playing Drew just straight up.
0-1 the count. That pitch is fouled off the catcher, I believe, and the count is 0-2. Sherwood still a good 2-strike hitter here.
Oh, yeah.
But Darryl, that's only, I think, maybe the second home run I've seen here in Seneca, and the other one was a Nevada kid that hit one a couple of years ago.
Well, there was the catcher.
That ball was fouled off
a couple of years ago.
Was that Nevada?
No, Nevada kid. Dane hit one out.
Oh, right, that's right, over the left field. You're right, Frossard.
Yeah, this is the only third one I've seen hit out here.
This ballpark has been here for about 5 years now. It came around right around 2021. So that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning. But Seneca gets 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and they don't strand anybody. 2 in the books. Seneca up 3-0.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
And we welcome you back. It will be 8-9-1 here for Lamar in the third inning as Onstadt takes 2 balls to start and the count's 2-0. He had a 1-0 count on him when Brady Geyer got picked off. So now you're back with him at the plate in a 2-0 count. Ball hit in the air to center field. Heffron shading over and will snag it for out number 1.
You know, I'm telling you, man, just a little history. It is good to see the Onstadt kid out here because his mom was a Seneca kid. He's got Seneca ties here. He had an accident here a while back when he was younger, and a long time to get through that. And it is, man, is it good to see him out.
As Eden Keithley will come to the plate, and then you get back to the top of the order and Braden Wolf. Here comes the first pitch to Keithley. That pitch popped in the air, foul territory, and it's going to sneak near the stands. I don't think it went in the stands because everybody looked around. 0-1 the count. So here comes the 0-1. That pitch hit on a couple hops down the third base line. McKinney grabs it in foul territory, so the count's 0-2. Have a moment. Want to thank some of our sponsors: Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash. It's a very windy day, but Darryl, I think that home run by Wilson was going to be out regardless of the wind, as that 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3.
Tagged. That's all you can say about that. That was hit right on the button. It has to be hit on the button to get out in this field.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting, you know. I know you weren't at Mount Vernon, but you've been to Mount Vernon plenty of times as Braden Wolf came to the plate at Spirit of 76 Park. It's kind of interesting. They kind of have the same dimensions foul-wise, except their bullpens don't jut the fence in, so there is maybe even more foul territory as they had Heffron played Wolf beautifully, having him to to hit opposite field, and he swings and flies out to center field to end the third inning. For Lamar, nothing doing here in the third. 3.5 in the books. It's still 3-0 Seneca.
For 15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. When describing the passion with which they play, many athletes comment that they are hungry to win. And as sports fans, we admire those athletes who demonstrate that kind of hunger for victory during competition. But as followers of Jesus, we need to ask ourselves, how hungry are we? Are we driven to know God, follow Him, and serve Him? Do we crave to have a deeper understanding of His Word and to live a life of obedience? Jesus tells us, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Our attitude should always be one of passionately pursuing after God so that we can become more like Him. Just like in sports, the greater the hunger that we have, the better the results. Today, let's be encouraged to hunger and thirst after God and His righteousness and be motivated to do what it takes to become more and more like Him. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as we have a new pitcher in already here for Lamar. Brady Geyer will come in and pitch as Torbeck went the first 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Silas Ball to start the inning here for Seneca. 3-4-5, Ball, Prater, and Heffron working against the new pitcher.
Well, we've seen this guy throw from third base to first, and it was on a frozen rope, so I know he can throw.
So that first pitch is outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0.
But the problem is can you throw strikes?
Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 breaking ball popped in the air, foul. Catcher, couldn't quite get it. Landed just in front of us. Somebody tried to catch it with their hat, and I don't think they succeeded.
Didn't sound like it. It sounded like it hit the stands.
There's a whole bunch of talk in front of us, so I can hear that through the headset.
Yeah, they're griping at somebody for not catching it.
1-1 the count here on Ball. Ball popped out to shortstop his first time up. So the 1-1 is high, and the count is 2-1. It looks like, it's hard to tell number-wise, but I think Clayton Powell went from second to third base, and Torbeck may have gone to second. So that 2-1 is popped in there, a foul again. Out of play again near us, and the count's 2-2. I think that's
out of baseballs.
I think that is an 18 over at third, so that would be from second to third. And it's hard to tell who's at second. This coach used had to get a couple more baseballs.
Yeah, apparently.
Somebody's slacking on their get baseballs.
Well, somebody hit a home run, so now we're 1 shy. 2 foul balls out of play. We got 2 new ones in, so we're good.
2-2 the count here on Ball.
Come on, Silas, get on top of the baseball.
2-2 is fouled, but that one went into the screen. Wonder if the umpire's thinking to himself, please don't foul one out of play. Or maybe Coach Hughes thinking that.
Foul 2 more out of play.
2-2 the count remains here. So here comes another 2-2 from Geyer. That ball is ripped the shortstop, and nice play by the shortstop Gardner. And there is one down. Hit it hard, but unfortunately it's one of those that we like to call atom balls.
And the shortstop had to move about 3 or 4 steps and did a good job. I mean, 6 inches higher, it's an easy base hit.
Asher Prater was hitting the helmet his first time up, but that was by a different pitcher.
Well, he got hit. He got a hit, but he used his head. Get on first base. Come on, Astor. You can hit this kid.
That first pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 1-0.
This kid's a high ball, throws the ball high.
Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, and CareNet Pregnancy Center sponsoring the broadcast. Here comes the 1-0. That pitch is hit on a couple hops. Nice play by the third baseman. Long throw over, and he's able to get there. And there are 2 down.
I'd go down to his knees to get that ball. We've hit the ball hard. Happened to be just at somebody.
There's 2 down now as Ian Heffron will come to the plate. Walked his first time up. Once again, Darryl, you're hitting the baseball, but unfortunately it's at people.
Yeah, I mean, we've hit the ball hard. It's just right to them.
2 outs here for Ian Heffron.
We need those CNI hits.
So that first pitch is high and outside, and the count's 1-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, and Northwest Arkansas Naturals sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-0 from Geyer. That pitch is hit up the middle, and it's going to dunk in front of the center fielder for a 2-out single.
Now batting for the Indians, number 23.
So Remington Albrecht will come to the plate here for Seneca. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Breen Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. See if Albrecht can get himself on here.
Let's see if Ian doesn't figure out, try to find a way to get to second base.
Comes the first pitch. Albrecht taking the entire way and takes a strike. Counts 0-1.
Because he's pitched from the stretch the whole time, but he's got a long windup.
0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1 as Heffron's leaning a little bit. And he was trying to bunt his way on, and he misses at it, and the count's 0-2. Third baseman back and first baseman holding him on. That's not necessarily a bad play, but fortunately you bunted at what would have been a ball.
Yeah.
So 0-2 the count here. Here comes the 0-2, and it's inside. It gets by the catcher, and safely at second base on the wild pitch is Ian Heffron.
It was thrown behind Albrecht, and he's like, he just stood there. If he's a right-handed batter, it'd have been a strike.
Yeah.
That's how far he missed it. But, hey, we got one in scoring position.
And now you got lots of holes because they're both holding him on. 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning for Seneca. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 3 in the books. Seneca up 3-0.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians! Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Huddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out huddlespringschurchofchrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Hottle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, we want to go to heaven with you.
Meat of the order due up for Lamar here in the fourth as Gardner has a 1-0 count. That ball is lifted foul out of play, and the count's 1-1. Gardner, Steinkamp, and Torbeck. Anybody who reaches Powell would come to the plate. There in the second inning, Daryl Sherwood did a good job of... That ball is poked foul out of play as well, and counts 1-2, but Torbeck led off with a triple, and he got stranded at third.
Well, it was like we said, he's going to throw strikes. And sometimes you're going to give a hit up on an 0-2 or a 1-2 count.
1-2 is hit on a couple hops to Ryder Owens at second, who has been busy today. Nice play over there. And there is one down as Steinkamp comes to the plate. That is his fourth putout of the game. He has 2 groundouts, which Gardner has grounded out to him twice, a line out and a pop out. So Owens has been busy, and I'm sure he's not complaining.
No. Keeps him in the game. And look at Ian out in right field. Oh, he's set up there hard on the right center.
First pitch, maybe low for a ball, and the count's 1-0. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Hottle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, and Water Gardens all sponsoring the broadcast as that one's foul tipped into the mitt. Counts 1-1. Steinkamp line 2. Owens at second his first time, and Owens didn't have to move a muscle on that one.
Even Jaggers moved over pretty far from shortstop.
So that pitch is outside, and the count's 2-1.
So if you're going to – you got everybody toward that right side.
Except for the left fielder.
Yeah, except for left fielder. You better throw the kid inside.
The 2-1 is high, and the count's 3-1. And, that game against Mount Vernon last week, only one walk for Sherwood, and he's done a good job all year of not really having too many walks. He already has a walk here today, but now he has a second walk. But he doesn't walk a whole ton of guys.
No, he doesn't. And he was disgusted at himself on that 2-1 pitch. He was going to go high inside, and he just missed it. And you could tell when the throw back, he snatched it with his glove. He was mad at himself.
Trent Torbeck hit one to right field over Albrecht's head all the way to the fence. And he's still kind of playing normal, maybe even a little bit shallow. So that first pitch is offered out and counts 0-1. It's kind of interesting, Daryl. Your cleanup hitter just hit a triple, and you have him squared a bunt.
One out, I guess they're trying to get him in scoring position just in case they get another hit. But like I said, he's not gone first. He's not there very far off, so he ain't going anywhere.
So that 0-1 is inside, and the count's 1-1. Well, especially after the pickoff move that Drew has, I don't think you're going to get very many kids to get big leads on him.
When you see one of your teammates get picked off, you don't want to be that second guy.
And there he goes back, safe at first base. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Harvest Ballpark tonight as they begin a 6-game series versus the Wichita Wind Surge that goes through Sunday, April 26th. Ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. A supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. Pitch must have been low. Counts 2-1.
Wow. Had to be low, Ben.
Because it looked over the plate.
I thought he threw it. I thought he threw that breaking ball over the plate.
Here comes the 2-1. They call that one a strike. And the count's 2-2. Is back safely at first base is Steinkamp. I don't want to say makeup call, but that pitch looked worse than the previous one.
Well, he's been throwing that high outside one up in the zone. He's been missing it. That one there, he's awful. He was close.
2-2 up the middle. Owens can't snag it, and it will be a single, and runners will be first and second. If he could have snagged that, he would have had the runner at second, but Owens couldn't quite get there. First and second with one out for Clayton Powell, struck out his first time.
He would have had a chance at 2 if they could have got it, but he just couldn't quite come up with it.
Springfield Cardinals return home to Hammonds Field tonight as well as they begin a 6-game series versus the Midland Rockhounds that goes through Sunday, April 26th. Ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Support of high school baseball on KNEO. So here comes the first pitch to Powell. He's trying to bunt the runner over to third. Only play is 2 first. It's a 1-3 putout, sacrifice bunt. Does allow the runners to get to second and third. And there's 2 down for Toby Ansley, who popped out to second his first time up. And Darrell, Springfield Cardinals on Friday night are recognizing Seneca High School football team for their state championship last year.
That's nice of them.
If you want to see some of so that first pitch is in there for a strike, counts 0-1. So if you want ticket information for that, visit springfieldcardinals.com, and you can see the Seneca boys probably before the game would be my guess, and there's post-game fireworks afterwards. So it's a great night for baseball as McKinney going to charge and throw, high throw, good play by McKinney, good catch by Crow, and that will end the inning. For Lamar, no runs, 1 hit, nobody left, or no errors, 2 left. 3.5 in the books. Seneca still up 3-0.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe first storm shelters, fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Seneca Indians Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636 or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
Brenton Crow leading off the 4th inning here for Seneca. 7-8-9, Crow, Yoakum, and Owens. Anybody who reaches, you get back to Jagger Wilson in the top of the order as he fouls that first pitch off, so the count is 0-1.
Crow made a great play there at the end, for the third out inning, and he gets to bat first. It's usually a good sign, Ben, when you make a good out and you get to bat first.
That 0-1 is low, and the count's 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com, KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. So here comes the 1-1 from Geyer. Lifted in the air. Center fielder charging in and snags it for out number 1. Center fielder out there is Braden Wolf. Jackson Yoakum got hit by a pitch and then was able to take the easy way around the bases on a home run by Jagger Wilson, who's 2 for 2.
Took the lazy way around, didn't he, Ben? That's what I always tease those kids, like you don't have to run hard if you hit it over the fence. You can just jog your way.
So here comes the first pitch from Geyer. That pitch is hit on a hop, and it's underneath the shortstop's glove. A single here for Yoakum as Ryder Owens comes to the plate. And I think if you're Seneca, you just love the fact to be able to get to Jagger Wilson with runners on deck potentially. As So Ryder Owens steps to the plate.
Well, here we go. Jackson, is he sending him? Doesn't look like it. Not that far off.
First pitch to Owens, popped foul out of play. Counts 0-1. Ryder Owens fouled out to first baseman his first time up. I don't know that you necessarily send him with Jagger Wilson on deck. You don't necessarily, if Wilson can if Wilson can get an at bat, I think you take that as that pitch is high and the count's 1-1.
No,
the way he's been hitting today.
I understand. Haven't seen him enough, and coach is looking at him enough. Do you trust Jack? Because he's out there now. Do you trust Jackson out there that can run?
They're trying to bunt, and the bunted foul on the counts 1-2. Second time Darryl on a 1-1 pitch, or even a 1-0 count, tried to bunt, and that was unsuccessful. It's count now 1-2 here on Owens.
Well, he's out there, got a good lead, Jackson does.
I don't know if Geyer can't throw to first, as that pitch is punched down the first baseline foul, keeps himself alive, but I have not seen him throw to first once.
I haven't even seen hardly much of a look.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, even Torbeck did not look that much over either.
Come on, Ryder. Get a hold of one. Get a piece of one.
So here comes another 1-2. That pitch is high, and the count's 2-2. Still one out here.
Yeah, Geyer's he likes to throw it high up in the zone. Wants to make you chase the high pitches.
So here comes a 2-2 offering. That pitch is lined, but it is right to the shortstop, and that will end the inning. It's an L6, and then a 6-3 putout. For Seneca, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. 4 in the books. Seneca still up 3-0.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
And we welcome you back as Lamar will send their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here in the 5th inning. Geyer, Onstott, and Keithley. Anybody reaches, you get back to the top of the order, and Wolf. But Sherwood working efficiently here through 4 innings. He's given up 2 hits and 2 walks.
Yeah, he's trying to throw that high outside pitch, and he's not getting it anywhere he's want to. He's getting disgusted with himself. I can see it.
I'm guessing that first pitch was a ball. My head was down.
Yeah, it was a
that
ball.
That pitch is inside. Counts 2-0. I had my head down looking at something for a second, and that's why I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, he wants to throw that high outside pitch.
So here comes the 2-0, and that is inside, and the count's 3-0. You know, some days you have your good stuff. Sometimes you got to battle. You know, Drew's not been bad today, but it might be, another case, second game in a row where he's got to battle with the stuff. Because he was battling against Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon was able to get 10 hits off of him. So that pitch in there for strikes. He counts 3-1. That's high for ball 4, and that's the third walk of the afternoon by Sherwood.
Yeah, and like I said, you can tell that's another one that's just high and outside. It's just out of the strike zone, and he's mad at himself. He can't throw that curve ball from that high outside across the plate and make the batter chase it or freeze the batter without getting that high outside strike.
We may have a pinch runner here for Geyer.
Yep.
And I can't see a number.
I tell you what, their uniforms is hard to see any numbers.
We have a pinch hit or pinch runner, just don't know who it is.
We'll tell you as soon as we know. Unless he turns around and shows his back to us.
But there is a pinch runner at first for Geyer. Or it's not a pinch runner because Geyer is the pitcher. Now it's a courtesy runner. And he almost got picked off, and he does not have a big lead at all.
No, if the ball was on the other side of the plate, he threw it away from him. He threw it on the wrong side. But, yeah, the kid was about picked off.
So that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. And Onstott wasn't even in the box. Count's 0-1. Not sure what happened.
I don't either.
My head was down, and
I think maybe he stepped out of the box and
umpire didn't grant time. So that pitch is swung on and missed, and the count quickly 0-2. I'm guessing he may have been in and then stepped out, but Sherwood already was in his.
Yeah, it was already there.
So here comes an 0-2 offering from Sherwood. That's high, and the count's 1-2.
There's that pitch. He can't. He's having trouble throwing that pitch even close to let the batter try to swing at it, and that's what he's mad at himself. He's just missing his marks today just a little.
Comes a 1-2, swung on and missed for strike 3. There's one down as Aiden Keithley will step to the plate. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals sponsoring the broadcast. One out, runner on first for the number 9 hitter, Aiden Keithley. First pitch is high and outside, and the count's 1-0. That's not a bad spot.
No, that's the one he's trying to throw, but he's trying to throw that when he's already got 1 or 2 strikes on him.
1-0 the count here on Keithley. They're going to throw back, and back safely is the courtesy runner. Again, can't tell who that is, but there is a courtesy runner out there for Geyer.
I have not seen this number yet, Ben.
1-0 the count here on Keithley. Breaking ball just outside, and the count's 2-0. You don't want to have 2 runners on for the top of the order. I don't care if they're 0 for 2.
They're at the top of the order for a reason.
So here comes the 2-0. That's high, and the count's 3-0.
Now that's the pitch he's upset. He was upset with himself that time.
And this is uncharacteristic of Drew. He's already got 3 walks, and he might have walk number 4 if he can't find the strike zone. Pitch hits the inside corner, and the count's 3-1. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, sponsoring the broadcast. Comes the 3-1. Foul tipped into the mitt, and the count's 3-2. Trying to battle back here. Number 9 hitter may just throw it down the middle and say, if you can hit it, hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the 3-2. And there it is. He works back from a 3-0 count, and there's 2 down as Braden Wolf will come to the plate. Wolf 0 for 2, strikeout and flyout. Flew out to center field in the third. I don't know if Keithley was expecting a different pitch, but that pitch was almost down the middle.
That's that pitch that Drew's been trying to throw. It's hot. It's up in the zone, and it's just kind of on the outside part of the plate. But that's the pitch he's been trying to throw, and he's just been missing. You can tell when he throws it high and outside, he's disgusted with himself.
Comes the first pitch to Wolf. Long look over by Sherwood. Runner tries to steal second, and they have him out at second base. And, Dale, that's not necessarily a bad play if you're Lamar, because you get your leadoff hitter up. Otherwise, you get your leadoff hitter with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it works either way.
For Lamar here in the inning, though, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We are through 4.5. Seneca up 3-0.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
And we welcome you back as Jagger Wilson to start off here the 5th for Seneca. He has 2 of the 4 base hits for Seneca here today, including the big blow, the 2-run home run in the second as that first pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 1-0.
You notice the outfielders have backed up a little bit, playing a little deeper right now since Jagger hit that one.
So here comes the 1-0. That pitch is kind of rolled over and foul, and the count's 1-1.
Down in foul territory.
People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-1 the count here on Wilson. 1-1 high and outside, and the count's 2-1. Geyer Darrell has come in and pitched well. He's given up 2 hits, but no runs.
They've got to get used to his timing a little bit and see his timing.
So here comes the 2-1 from Geyer. Pitch is inside and low, and the count's 3-1.
Well, you don't want to pitch him because Jagger will be on second base in no time.
Yeah. If he reaches, it doesn't matter. He could be at third base before Drew Sherwood's done his at-bat.
He's hitting the ball a lot better this year than he did last year, Jack.
Here comes the 3-1. That pitch is lifted in there to left center field and deep. And that ball might be gone. It is gone. It's a home run. 2 home runs here for Jagger Wilson, and it makes it 4-0.
Holy cow, Ben. I mean, you got the opposite field home run. I know the wind is blowing a little bit, but my golly, that's huge, huge. 2 big hits right on the button.
And it was a 3-1 count as well, Darryl. So they were trying, like we said, you don't want him to walk to allow him to get to, third base easily, but I guess he decided he wanted the home run instead.
Said he wanted to throw it right down the middle, I guess. Let me make sure I get a strike so I don't and that's the price you pay when you don't throw strikes early.
Drew Sherwood comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2, but both of his at-bats were against Torbeck. See if he can reach here. And Darryl, that ball just kept carrying because off the bat, I knew it was hit deep, but I didn't think it was a home run.
Well, once again, it was hit solid.
That 1-0 is rolled over to first baseman. Kind of took a funny hop there on the first baseman, but he's able to grab it for out number 1.
Yeah, Drew hasn't had a good day at the plate. He's had a good day on the mound. That's what counts more than anything. But once again, Ben, the ball was hit solid. It got up in there. And did the wind carry it? Help it? Yes. But still, even if there was no wind, that ball was to the fence or bounced off maybe maybe hit the fence. It was a good double, maybe a triple.
As Silas Ball comes to the plate, he lined out to shortstop his last time. Both his outs are to shortstop. His last one was, a line out, which was a very good hit, just unfortunately to that shortstop.
He hit it solid. He hit one of them atom balls right at him.
1-0 the count here on Ball, and, I think Seneca will take it as the pitch is hit in the air to center field. Center fielder is going to come in a little bit and snag it for out number 2. As Asher Prater comes to the plate, he's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded out to third in the third.
Just underneath it. I mean, they hit that ball solid, but just underneath it.
So 2 outs now here for Seneca, as Asher Prater will step to the plate, seeing if he can continue the inning. Fouls that first pitch off and counts 0-1. And, Daryl, I know Seneca fans will take it, but, I was just talking, it's the announcer's jinx all over again, talking about how Geyers had a good couple of innings, and then the very next thing, you give up a run.
You give up a home run. You gave up 1 run.
Yeah.
So far, just 1 run.
So that pitch is high, and the count's 1-1. Yeah, Wilson let off the inning. And that's where it comes into play, Daryl, because if Yoakum doesn't get picked off, maybe that's a 2-run home run in the 4th inning.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
So here comes the 1-1. Pitch is over for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Sherwood's had to battle his control here this afternoon, but 73 pitches through 5 innings still isn't half bad.
No, he's been throwing strikes most of the time, and a little bit, he's struggling.
So that 1-2 is outside, and the count's 2-2. Got to give credit there to Ansley behind the mound, working hard. Kept that ball in front of him, and the count's 2-2. Not that it matters with nobody on, but still got to give catchers credit because they take a lot of nicks and dings throughout the year.
They take a lot of abuse over.
So that 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back to the backstop.
Over a 2-month period, they take a lot of hits and bumps and nicks and dings and yeah.
And they don't ever complain either.
Nope. And they love it. You get some kid back there who just loves it. They're in the game the whole time. They get the ball, almost every time.
Here comes the 2-2, and that's outside. And the count's 3-2. So Prater has worked it from 1-2 to 3-2. You may see, if he can reach, you may see a pinch runner for him.
You might.
As here comes the 3-2, but he's got to reach first. 3-2 is spoiled foul to the Seneca dugout. And we'll do it again. It's kind of quiet, I was talking to you off air this morning about how the dugouts we're saying a lot, before in the Mount Vernon game, but today they're not saying a whole lot on either side.
Yeah.
3-2 breaking ball. That ball is hit a mile in the air, and the left fielder comes over and snags it for out number 3. For Seneca, they do get one more run on the home run on one base hit. No errors, nobody left. 5 in the books. Seneca up 4-0.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Jagger Wilson comes in to pitch here for Seneca in the sixth. So he'll face Braden Wolf. Wolf swings and misses at the first pitch. Top of the order here for Lamar, Wolf, Gardner, and Steinkamp. Working against Wilson. That one he kind of throws into the ground, and the count's 1-1.
He came over the top of that one pretty good. Trying to throw a fastball, a little something on it. And like I said, when you come in like this and you haven't had much time to warm up,
1-1 is off the hands. Heffron bobbles it at third and can't snag it. And Darryl, it's one of those atom balls that, you come into a new position, it always seems to find you.
And there's one that, spinning off the turf. It's not like grass. It's spinning off the turf. And I think it spun up into him, and he wasn't ready for that, and he caught it off the heel of his glove.
So Brody Gardner will come to the plate here for Lamar. Lamar trying to get something working here. The top of their order is that slider's in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Four-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, and Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is high, and the count's 1-1. Sherwood, we say he struggled, Darryl. He struggled with his command, but he only gave up 2 hits. I'll tell you his final line here in a minute.
2 hits and 3 walks.
That pitch is low and outside. Sherwood's final line, 5 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
It's not like he struggled, but you could see him get upset at himself because he missed the pitch where he was wanting to throw it.
Comes the 2-1, and that fastball gets by Silas Ball, and the runner will be on second on the wild pitch. You could potentially say that was a pass ball.
3-1 to count.
Yeah, 3-1 the count here on Gardner. You don't want to have an error and a walk and have the first 2 guys on. As that pitch is outside and for ball 4. So an error and a walk, and 2 guys are on here for Corbin Steinkamp. Steinkamp 0 for 1. As Ball going to go out and talk to Wilson here for a second. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News, wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Nobody out. 2 runners on here for Lamar. Had runners at first and third in the second. And that's the closest to trouble Seneca's been in today until right now. 1-0 the count. Sometimes as a hitter, Darryl, you are happy that you have a new pitcher out there. 1-0 is swung on and missed and counts 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: Jagger's used to starting all the time. It's a little different coming in
relief.
Yeah, it's. I was watching to see what was the time called about. But anyway, it's different coming in relief, and that's what he's doing here. So he's got to settle in.
Comes the 1-1. That's over for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Yeah, sometimes you're like you said, you're out of your routine because you're trying to warm up quickly after hitting a home run to start the inning, and you may not have been fully warmed up.
Right.
Compared to all the time in the world that you have to warm up in the
Jagger has a lot of movement on his ball. Sometimes it takes that warm-up time to get that timing just right on his release.
2-2 the count here on Steinkamp. And it looked like he offered at it. The runner is safe at third. Can you check?
Yeah, the catcher can ask.
They're going to ask if he went. And they are going to say he went. I was going to say it definitely looked like he went.
Oh, yeah, he went.
So the runner is out on would you call that a wild pitch? Allows the runner to get to third. The runner at first, Gardner, did not go. So runners are at first and third for Trent Torbeck, who's 2 for 2. Certainly looked like it from our point of view.
Oh, yeah, he went. He couldn't hold off.
One out here now.
That bat crossed the plate. Tried to pull it back.
So runner going to try and steal second. They cut it off a little bit to see if the runner's going to try and come home, and he doesn't. So Gardner now at second anyways.
Runners at second and third, and only one out.
This is where you're looking for a strikeout here from Wilson.
Yeah, 1-0, so we got to throw strikes here.
Nope. That pitch is outside, and the count's 2-0. Got 45 pitches here for Wilson to be able to start on Thursdays. That pitch is swung on and missed and counts 2-1. He's thrown a lot of pitches here in this inning already. So you might see Ian Heffron get loose.
Well, it's a timing thing.
2-1 is in there, and the count is 2-2 as he's worked it from 2-0 to 2-2.
Yeah. That's fastballs that tail into you, and then you have the cutter and the slider that slide away from you.
2-2 just misses the inside corner, and the count's full at 3-2. Powell's on deck. He's 0 for 1 with the sac bunt. Here comes the full count pitch. Fouled straight back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Wilson's hat fell off, so he's got to readjust. I think that was just here's my fastball, can you hit it?
Yeah.
And
right.
Torbeck did a good job of fouling it off. Here comes the 3-2 again. That ball hit on a hop to McKinney. Only play is to first. Long throw and out at first base. Good play there. Excuse me. Heffron, I messed that one up.
Yeah.
A run does come in and score on the fielder's choice, so Torbeck does get an RBI on the play. It's a 5-3 putout. But there are 2 outs now. It's for Clayton Powell.
18.
Yeah. So that first pitch is low. Did it hit him?
No.
He's just getting out of the way. Okay. I was going to say, I was like, I didn't think that hit him. 1-0 the count here on Powell. 1 run in for Lamar in the inning. Comes the 1-0. That's over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Northwest Arkansas Naturals return home to Arvis Ballpark tonight as they begin a 6-game series versus the Wichita Wind Surge. Goes through Sunday, April 26th. Ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Support our high school baseball here on KNEO. Is wild swing there by Powell, and the count's 1-2.
Well, there's that one of those breakers that just slide away from you, and his fastball slides into you. So they look the same.
1-2 breaking ball, hit on a couple hops. Only play is for nobody, and it's a single. I think Heffron is the one that should have gone for it, McKinney at shortstop.
Well, that's what Coach is talking about. Coach is talking to Ian.
Yeah. I was going to say, Heffron kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, that's Ian's. And maybe he couldn't quite get there, but it looked like he could. But, I mean.
Yeah. And McKinney, that's too long a throw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so 2 runners in for Toby Ansley, who's 0 for 2.
Yeah, if you're a third baseman. If you can get to the ball, you get to the ball because it's a lot shorter to throw.
Yeah, it almost looks like he was there and then was like, I can't get it. But at that point, McKinney couldn't get it either.
But it's like even if you have to dive for it and come up with it, you do it.
So here comes the first pitch. That pitch is yanked to right field. Albrecht dives. Does he make the catch? He does not. It's a nice effort.
Oh, man.
And they're going to send the runner home. There's a play at the plate, and he is out at the plate. It is a 9. Who was the one? 9-1.
Pro.
9-1.
No,
9-3-2.
I'm sorry.
Is the putout. 10th inning. I don't necessarily blame them for sending Powell just due to the fact that the throw out there was offline. But Seneca catches a break, and they get out of the inning here. 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There was also a Seneca error, and they strand 1. 5.5 in the books. Seneca up 4-2.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dodson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
And we welcome you back, and I apologize, but Ian Heffron swung before the spot was over, and he hit it into, I call the area behind first baseman the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know what you call behind second base, but it was no man's land.
It was one of them, I don't know.
But it is a single for Heffron. He's reached base all 3 times. Albrecht trying to bunt. That's a good bunt.
Yep.
Get the one insurance run, I should say, trying to get
a good out anyway.
Yeah, to try and get him into scoring position as Heffron at second now. as Crow will come to the plate. Crow and then Yoakum.
Crow's hit the ball every time, I believe.
Crow is grounded out to third and flown out to center.
Yeah.
Yoakum has been hit by a pitch and singled. So if you could get back to Jagger Wilson in the top of the order, Wilson's 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and 3 RBI.
Do you throw to him?
Well, it depends. If you get to him, the bases are probably loaded and you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
They're expecting a bunt here from Crow, and I don't know that you're bunting. That first pitch is hit off the hop, and the shortstop is unable to do it. And Heffron, Daryl, I don't know if Heffron caused some confusion there.
Well, I imagine
I think you got to give an error because E6 as runners will be at first and second for Jackson Yoakum.
Yeah, Ian went out just to make sure, thinking maybe he might get there, but the shortstop couldn't came up the ball, so he had to go back to second.
So 1 out now for Yoakum. Yoakum has reached base both times. Again, first baseman is expecting a bunt here. That hits him, and he's reached base all 3 times. And Daryl, you're 1 batter away from getting to Jagger Wilson. All of a sudden, Geyer's lost a little bit of his control. Owens has hit the ball hard once. Lined out his last time. He's also fouled out.
Yeah, here's where you want. We got 1 out. Can we get a hit? I know you're gonna have Jagger up there, but
you can't. The only thing you can't have is a double play to get Wilson up. So here comes the first pitch to Owens. Ball popped foul out of play. Counts 0-1. But Lamar down by 2, Daryl. They're having to bring the infield in. So if you could just find a way to dunk one over their head, you could potentially get 2 runs.
If you just put a hard one down on the ground. I know that maybe it brings in the double play, but you can get it past the infielders if you just hit it hard.
Comes the 0-1. That pitch is a slow roller. Third baseman has to come home, and that's the only put out. It's a good play there, Daryl, by the third baseman. It's a 5-2 put out as the bases remain loaded for Jagger Wilson. And they cannot walk him. That's the big thing here, Daryl, is I guess the question is do you want to give up 1 or potentially 3 or 4 runs?
There's your question. There we go. Coach is coming out, going to talk to the pitcher. We're going to have a little conference on the mound. I don't think they're changing pitchers.
Well, I have a moment. The Springfield Cardinals return home to Hammons Field tonight. So they begin a 6-game series versus the Midland Rockhounds that goes through Sunday, April 26th. Ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And to keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule, be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com. KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports. And like we said, Thursday should be a good one. Seneca travels to Monette. We will have that broadcast for you. That will be a audio-only broadcast just due to limited internet services in the Monette area.
Sometimes it gets iffy.
Especially at North Park there in Monette.
Yep.
2 outs here for Jagger Wilson, who's 3 for 3.
3 for 3. If I was the coach.
And all 3 have been hit hard.
If I was the coach, I'd be like, don't give him anything good to hit, and right down the middle, and a little dumper.
It's a 1-3 put out. That will end the inning, and Daryl, I think Jagger Wilson was thinking about that one a little bit too much. So he rolls it over. First Seneca, no runs, 1 hit. There was an error, and they strand 3. We head to the 7th inning. Seneca up by 2 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Finding answers to questions is easier than ever. It doesn't matter how complex or simple your question is, the answer is just a few taps away. Except maybe these kinds of questions.
Who am I? Where did man come from? What is the purpose of man on this earth? Does life have any meaning?
Billy Graham knew the answer to that last question is yes.
There is more to life than death. Jesus taught us the dignity and the importance of being a person. God put us on this earth for a purpose, and our purpose is to fellowship with God and glorify God. And the great need of the human race at this hour is reconciliation to God.
Would you like to know how you can have a relationship with God? We'd love to help. Just call us at 855-255-PRAY. That's 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
And we welcome you back. 7, 8, 9 due up for Lamar here in the 7th. Geyer, Onstott, and Keithley working against Wilson, who's in his second inning work. He gave up 2 runs there in the 6th. One of them was earned as Geyer takes a strike and the count's 0-1. He has reached base both times, both on walks. He was 2 of the 3 walks given up by Sherwood as that pitch is low and the count's 1-1.
See if he settles in here and throws a little bit better, a little more strikes on where it's supposed to be.
1-1 is outside, and the count's 2-1.
Sometimes he likes to, I think, I'm not saying I'm not a pitching coach, but sometimes I think he likes to try to overthrow. And he throws it better if he just relaxes and let it go.
So here comes the 2-1.
Like that pitch there.
That's swung on and missed, and the count's 2-2.
That's a tough pitch on a fastball that runs into you, and then as the breaking balls and stuff go away from you, and they look the same.
Comes the 2-2, and that's outside. Counts full at 3-2, and his speed has definitely gotten better over the offseason. Now his fastball sits in the high 80s, low 90s.
Well, it's
3-2 is chopped in the air. Wilson going to field it, throw to first in time. It's a 1-3 putout, and there's 1 down. But like you say, it's just kind of the maturity of a junior as well. You get older, you get faster, you get stronger.
Yeah, your body matures a little bit. Your ligaments, your tendons, not only your muscles, but ligaments and tendons.
His first pitch to Onstott, he fouls off at the plate, and the count's 0-1. There's a weird situation in Mount Vernon, Darrell, and you were the one that was able to get the answer that I was very confused about. All the way even through today is here comes the 1, popped foul out of play, and the count's 0-2.
Yeah, but the bunt was the bunt that the Mount Vernon kid laid down went down in fair territory, come back up and hit his bat again in fair territory.
0-2 is outside, and the count's 1-2.
That's a good pitch.
And at that point, it's a dead ball, and the batter's out. It took a lot of discussion from the umpires, but
yeah.
They got it. As here comes the 1-2. Pitch is inside and maybe high, and the count's 2-2. Don't want to mess around too much because if you get a guy on, you get the top of the order back up with a chance to tie the contest.
You also run your pitch count up. It's like those strikes.
2-2 is low, maybe outside, and the count's full as Onstott has worked it from 0-2 to 3-2. So here comes the 3-2, and he swings, and he's able to get a piece. Count remains 3-2.
Almost think it almost hit his hands. That was a fastball that ran in on him.
Just kind of an emergency swing to try and keep yourself alive. 3-2 is low, and he works a walk. And he may be out here, Darrell, because here comes Coach Eust, and we may be seeing Ian Heffron come in. As Coach Eust is going to talk to him. If he's going to pitch on Thursday, he's got about 5 pitches left. Threw 25 in that 6th, and he's thrown another about 15 already. So he may be saying, Darrell, he may be saying to Jagger, you got, 5 pitches here. Do you think you can get 2 outs?
Well, it's always in discussion we've had when I was coaching Coach Eust that you throw 2 strikes on him. Then the next time you don't really. Everybody's like, oh, you can't give up an 0-2 hit. Well, you throw 2 pitches that are off. And I told Coach Hughes one time, I said, all you're doing is training that pitcher to throw balls. And then he's got to come back that 3-2 pitch, and next thing you know,
it may be a pinch hitter here, Daryl. If that's as Benea Diggs is at the plate, and that pitch goes to the backstop. It is a pinch hitter, and it goes. Nice job saving it, but the wild pitch. And it is a pinch hitter here for Lamar as
the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, Benea Diggs is pinch hitting here.
He might be nervous now.
That 1-0 is low, and the count's 2-0. He had 38 to start this at bat, so he's at 40 right now.
This may be his last one.
And that's if he can finish that bat, as that 2-0 is swung on and missed, and the count's 2-1.
You can start at 1 at 45.
I don't know, because I've always seen them get pulled in the middle of at bats when it comes to the pitch count, except that pitch is foul tipped and the count's 2-2, except when you're over 105.
Yeah.
So anything before that, I couldn't tell you, because I've seen pitchers get pulled in the middle of at bats. The pitch is in there for a called strike 3, and there are 2 down here. I believe this is pitch number 44. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Eustace, he was thinking about something. He is near the dugout as that pitch is a ball and the count's 1-0. I shouldn't say he's near the dugout. He's always near the dugout.
Near the opening.
Yeah, near where. If you want Jagger to pitch on Thursday, I believe this is his final pitch. And that pitch is lofted in the air, and it dunks over the head of Ryder Owens, and it's 4-3. An RBI single for Braden Wolf. It's coming in to score is Onstadt.
Next up to bat for Lamar.
It's now Brody Gardner come in.
I don't know what the pitch count they have. They're the official one, but
first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Well, you may be seeing Ian Heffern on Thursday instead of.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't know. He's got a. I mean,
that pitch is low for a ball, and the count's 1-1.
Here he comes.
And here he comes. So that may be
that must have been the official count or something that they've got to come out.
So 1-1 is going to be the count, and I think Ian Heffern is going to have to try and finish this one. Jagger Wilson is going to be done. Go ahead, take a timeout. Come back after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed.
And we welcome you back. 1-1 the count here on Brody Gardner and Ian Heffron having to come in. See if he can get this final out, as the count's 2-1 now. And they had to pull Wilson due to pitch count.
Yeah, we got a runner at first.
That's the tying run.
Yeah.
2-1 popped in the air, foul, and it's out of play. The count's 2-2. Tying run is Wolf over there at third base.
First base.
First base, thank you. He's not going anywhere very quickly.
Let's hope he doesn't get to third base.
Yeah. 2-2 the count.
No, he didn't want to be picked off. He's just sitting there, you know.
Here comes the 2-2 offering. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. And Heffron is able to save the game for Seneca. Seneca wins the game here, 4-3 your final score. Seneca improves to 12-4 overall, 3-1 in a Big 8 play. Lamar falls to 5-6 overall, 1-4 in Big 8 play. Post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. For this quick break on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Billy Graham talks about driving.
I read about a woman who tried her driver's test for the 38th time and failed. And perhaps you've tried nearly that many times for a license spiritually, to sit in the driver's seat of your own life. I'm asking you to move over and trust the Holy Spirit to drive and control your life. You can be alive right now physically, but your soul is dead. Your spirit is dead, and you keep searching for something and you can't find it. You'll never find what you're looking for in life till you come to the cross of Christ and are born again. Do you know Christ? Are you sure? God can give you a whole new life, a transformation that you never dreamed existed, if you let Him.
Discover how you can let God get behind the wheel of your life at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back for the final time. Seneca improves to 12-4 on the season and 3-1 in Big 8 play with a 4-3 victory, Darryl, and they made things interesting there in the end as they had a 4-0 lead through 5, brought Wilson in, and Wilson gave up 3 runs on 3 hits and had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Sherwood picks up the win. He goes 5 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, but it seemed like, Darryl, neither of those guys really had their good stuff here today, but they battled, and then Heffron got a big strikeout to end the game for Seneca.
We say that about Drew just because I'd seen him on the mound. He was getting frustrated at himself because he was throwing a few pitches that were not where he wanted them, and he was getting frustrated. But they didn't score on him. You know, he goes through 5 innings, and no score, and didn't give up a run. So he did a great job on the mound. Did he not have yeah, he didn't have. Let's just say it this way: he didn't have his spots. He wasn't quite hitting the spots just right, as what he usually does. But still, yet they couldn't score on him. And then Jagger comes in, gives up a couple runs, but the whole deal was Drew on the mound, Jagger at the plate.
Yeah,
that's what.
I was gonna say Wilson 2 for 3, 2 home runs on the day, a 2-run home run, as well as a solo home run, and then a double as well. 3 for 4, 3 RBI. But Daryl, once again, could have made it a whole lot less interesting if Wilson could have hit the ball to the outfield there in the 7th.
Well, there you go.
Or 6th, I should say.
Okay, he hits a double in left center to the wall. He hits 2 home runs, one to right, one to left center again. And, I mean, he's just on fire, and he comes up with a plate with the bases loaded. I mean, you don't want any other kid to come up with the bases loaded, no place to put him. And what's he do? Hits a dribbler back to the pitcher. I mean, it's one of those you never expect him to do. You expect him to hit the ball hard again the way he was seeing it. But, I mean, that's baseball.
Like we said, Drew Sherwood picks up the win. Ian Heffern came in. That's a hard place to come in. He picks up the save, 3rd of an inning. He struck out the batter, and he had a 1-1 count.
1-1 count when he came in. He's got the tying run at first base. The go-ahead run, is at the plate. And that's a hard place to come in. And I thought Ian always did a good job when he came in.
And then for Lamar, Trent Torbuck took the loss, 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Brody Geyer pitched well, Daryl. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run was the solo home run, and struck out 1. But, they hit some batters, but they only had 1 walk between the 2 pitchers.
Yeah, they pitched well. I mean, Jagger hit 2 home runs. That's 3-0. And they didn't give up. Let's put it this way. They didn't give up the timely hit because we had runners in scoring position and just couldn't get them in. And we had them on the base, and we left a lot of them. But still, I mean, that's the key about baseball is can you get the timely hit? Can you get the good hit at the right time? We couldn't do it tonight. We had several opportunities to put more runs on them, but you got to give and we hit a lot of balls right at them, but also you got to give Lamar credit because their kids made some good plays out in the field.
Yeah, Seneca 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They strand 6. Lamar 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They strand 5. Seneca plays on Thursday at Monette. And Daryl, that should be a very good game. Not only Big 8 standings in play, district standings on the line as well.
Yeah, it's a double one. It's the double one. It's the one you want more than anything. You want this game tonight, absolutely you do. But you want to beat Monette at Monette because that'll give you the edge being the number 1 seeded district, and also keeps you alive in Big 8 play as well.
That will do it for us here this evening as Seneca improves to 12-4 overall on the season with that 4-3 victory. Like we said, Thursday afternoon we will be in Monette. However, due to internet capabilities, it will be an audio-only broadcast. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime from Monette. For Coach Darrell Harbaugh, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long. Here from Seneca, your post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Thank you for watching Seneca High School Baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.